purchased this 6-channel RC tower crane off of Amazon for less than 40 bucks, and it stands 1.28 meters tall and is an RC that is a 2.4 gigahertz RC controller. This is the assembly instructions that I'll go through on the box as we assemble the crane. I've been watching for the last couple of years the building of SpaceX down in Boca Chica, Texas, and the work done by the NASA spaceflight people in Boca Chica Gal, I believe it is. But really watching them every day and the progress it's made and all the cranes that are there really gave me an interest in cranes. So saw this one for 40 bucks. I decided I'll pick it up and try it out. A quick cut of the plastic tape that seals the box up, and then we'll open it up and see what's on the inside.
Oh, geez, I know I made it for peaceful purposes only, but I just can't resist. No.
Well, there's a lot of stuff crammed into that small box. Don't know if I could get it back in, but at least I got the video. I can look to see how it goes in when I take the crane back apart. That's the main crane body that unfolds and then hooks together with the stays that hold it together in one piece. Those are the main tower parts of the crane that are held together by rubber bands, and that's the top light. It's really kind of weird that it only works when you're moving the crane up and down. Those are the tower platforms that slide up the tower planes. That's the base of the crane that you slide the legs into, and the guide bars. That's the operator's box that goes on the end of the thing, and the controller. That's where the batteries go. It takes a couple AA's, or I think AAA's. That's the battery for the remote control. It does the sounds and all, and it plugs into a USB cord. It says it takes a few hours to charge it. I think it took about an hour and a half to charge it when I charged it up. And it just clips together with your standard RC battery thing you get from China. And this is your bag of parts: the legs, the bucket that lifts things up, the log with the rope tied to it, and the rails for the base.
Meanwhile, in coach.
Step 1, put the handrails on the base of the tower. The 3 handrails pop into the 4 little holes pretty tightly. They may be difficult to pull out when you go to pack this thing back up, but they look really nice. Step 2, put on the 4 tower legs. The 4 base legs slide in pretty easily, and it doesn't seem like there's anything, doesn't pop to hold them in, so they should come out pretty easily when you have to disassemble the crane to pack it away. Really holds it pretty strong and gives it a firm foothold on the floor. Step 3, putting the trusses to the base. One side of the tower trusses has a slot in it, and it gets into the tower base that it slides in and then pops in with a click, but it comes out pretty easily. Step 4, inserting the platforms on the truss and the truss on the first truss. You have to slide the platform on the bottom of the truss that has the slot. It won't go on the other way. Once you do that, you just kind of slide it on, slide it down, and then take the second one, slide it on, slide it down, and you're ready to put it on to the first truss. Step 5, slide the third truss onto the bottom truss. Again, you got to line it up with the slotted bottom part of the truss and slide it in with a click. Step 6, putting the tower on the crane and also the operator box on the operating part of the crane. For the tower mast, you have to line up the little electrical clips with the electrical clips inside the crane, and it goes in there and really on one way and clicks in. The operator's control booth lines up with the big tabs and the small tabs, and you just put it in there and it clicks right on into place very snugly. Step 7 is to hook up the support cables from the tower mast to the end of the crane. You snap the end of the crane boom onto the main part of the crane, making sure that the cable is not binding in any way, and that pops together. You hook the support cables up as shown here, and that helps support the outer booms of the crane. Do the same thing with the inside front support cable. The front support cable comes in two pieces. In order to make one longer one, you have to snap it together. Then you click it on the top of the mast, and then you hook it on to the very front of the mast. And there you go. That's the operating part of the crane, really, the lifting and turning part. Step 8, and I believe the final step, is you hook the crane head onto the tower mast, and you should be finished. You insert the tab from the crane into the tower, and it snaps in with a pop. It's pretty easy, and for that, you're pretty much finished. Well, that's all the assembly of the crane. Here's an overview. It stands 1.28 meters tall, so it's pretty up there. But wait, we're not done yet. We gotta put the battery in and fire it up. The controller takes two AA batteries, and you just put them in a normal way and pop the top on and screw the little screw they give to you, screw it back in there. And you're ready to go, and the light will blink and tell you you're ready to link up to the crane. You get a little bucket that hooks up to the hook and a log that has a little rope tied to it that you can hook up to the hook also. This is the battery compartment. You just unscrew it and open it up, and that's where you plug up your battery once it's charged. Pop in your charged battery, put the lid back on, and screw the little screw back in there, and you're ready to go. Well, the question asked at the beginning of the video, will it lift this car up? And no, but yes it will if you reel it all the way back in close to the body of the crane and then lift it. It will lift it pretty easily. I was really kind of surprised. Looks good. I might do a future video on how much this thing can lift without, I don't want to break it, but how much can it lift. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the next video.